Good morning, my dear students. How are you today? Are you ready for our new unit in Macmillan book? We will take unit 13, part 1, which is a newspaper report. Let's start as usual with our new words. Open your booklet. Let's see our new words, lesson 1 and 2. Number 1, hurricane. Hurricane, as we said in Unit 12, is a violent storm. And there's another word which equal to hurricane, which is cyclone. Number 2, report. Report means written comments. Again, written comments. Report. Let's spell it, please. R-E-P-O-R-T, report. Number 2, strike. Strike means hit. Strike is a verb, it means hit. For example, the hurricane strikes a new island. So strikes means hit. Number 4, island. Island is a land surrounded by water. Like this is a hurricane and this is the island. Island means the land surrounded by water. Again, land surrounded by water. Island. You should know that S in island is silent letter. Island. Number 5, violent. Violent is an adjective, means very strong. We have already said it in Unit 12. Number 6, flutter. Flutter is a verb, means move up and down. 7, coastline. Coastline means shore. This is the coastline. Coastline is somehow like a beach or shore. Coastline. Let's spell it. C-O-A-S-T-L-I-N-E, coastline. Number 8, damage. Damage means destroy. For example, the hurricane damages the island or damages the country. Damage means destroy. When the hurricane damaged the island, it made devastation. Number 9, devastation means destruction. Number 10, neighbor. Neighbor is people who live next door. For example, Muhammad is my neighbor. So, Muhammad lived in the flat which next to my flat. Number 11, husband. Husband, married man. If I am in a wedding party, I will see the wife and the husband. Husband is the man, wife is the woman. Let's make a quick revision, please, for our new words again. Hurricane. Hurricane means violent storm. Number 2, report. Report means written comments. 3, strike. Strike means hit. 4, island. Land surrounded by water. 5, violent. Violent means very strong. 6, flutter. Flutter means move up and down. 7, coastline is a noun which means shore. 8, damage. Damage means destroy. 9, devastation. Devastation is destruction. 10, neighbor. People live next door. Number 11, husband. Husband means married man. Let's see our grammars today. Today we will talk about present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is a new tense for you. So give me your attention, please. Let's talk about firstly its form. Have or has plus be. Again, the form of present perfect tense. Have or has plus PP. Again, have or has plus PP. As you know, have with I, we, you, they, but has with he, she, or it. Let's see this example, please. Nada. Nada, she. So it will take has. Nada has traveled to London. There are two kinds of verbs. Regular verbs which take ed in past. When the verb takes ed in past, it will take ed in BP. But the irregular verb can't take ed. We will see a lot of them after a moment. But let's see the form again. Nada has traveled. Has plus PP. PP from travel is traveled. They have traveled. I, we, you, they take have. Have plus PP, traveled. Travel, traveled, traveled. Cook, cooked, cooked. Walk, walked, walked. Play, played, played. Let's see the negative. The negative from have, happened, has, hasn't. So the negative happened or hasn't plus PP. Let's see this example. Talia. Talia is she, so it will take has in negative hasn't. Talia hasn't eaten popcorn. They haven't eaten popcorn or fish. So let us say again the form have or has plus PP. The negative haven't or hasn't plus PP. As you know, I, we, you, they have or haven't. He, she, it has or hasn't. Okay? Now, please write these sentences with me in your language books. Nada has just eaten dinner. Have you ever drunk coffee? No, I have never drunk coffee. Noura hasn't cooked fish yet. Now, you should know that the present perfect tense, its form have or has plus PP. It's negative haven't or hasn't plus PP. As keywords, just, ever, never, yet. And every one of them has its place in the sentence. For example, just, between, have or has plus PP. Again, the place of just, between, have or has plus PP. So here, Nada has just eaten dinner. Ever comes in the question which begins with have or has. Again, ever in the question which begins with have or has. Like this example, have you ever drunk coffee? Never comes in the sentence between have or has plus PP or in the answer with no for a question which contains ever. Again, if I have a question which contains ever, you can answer with no plus never. But don't forget, never, don't, love, not. Again, never, don't, love, not. So, you shouldn't put not plus never, okay? In this answer, no, I have never drunk coffee. Okay, the last one, yet. Yet comes at the end of negative sentence or at the end of question. In this example, Noura hasn't cooked the fish yet. You should know that yet love not. So, when you say yet, you should put not, haven't or hasn't with yet, not have or has. Like this sentence, Noura hasn't cooked fish yet. Let's say them again. Just comes in the sentence between have or has PP. Ever comes in the question which begins with have or has. Never comes in the sentence between have or has and PP or in the answer with no. Yet comes at the end of negative sentence, which means not, or at the end of question. Now, let's see questions. Have you ever? We took the form of present perfect, have or has PP. Negative, haven't or hasn't plus PP. Keywords, ever, never, just, yet. In question, have you arrived early? So, if my having verb is have, my verb will be PP. Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. If I begin the question with question word, my helping verb will be have or has, so the verb will be PP. What has she cooked? She has cooked meat. Here, let's see irregular verbs to see at PP. Repeat after me, please. Go, went a gun. Go, went a gun. Eat, ate, eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. Drink, drank, drunk. Drink, drank, drunk. Bold, pelt, pelt. Bold, pelt, pelt. Come, came, come. Come, came, come. Do, that, done. Do, that, done. Have, had, had. Have, had. See, so, seen. See, so, seen. Prink, prod, prod. Prink, prod, prod. Think, thought. Think, thought. Get, got. Get, got. Put. Write, wrote, threaten. Write, wrote, threaten. Read, read. Read, read. Hear, heard, heard. Hear, heard. Fall, fell, fallen. Fall, fell, fallen. Drive, drove, driving. Drive, drove, driving. Speak, spoke, spoken. Speak, spoke, spoken. You should know these verbs carefully, as you will use it in all the unit. Now, let's see our exercise. Open page 47. Rewrite the following sentences. Number 1, they cooked a meal. Have. When I use have or has, I should put the verb PP. It's a very easy one. Number 1, they have just signed. No. They have cooked a meal. Number 2, I have just seen this film. I have just seen this film. I want to not love yet. Again, not love yet. So, I haven't seen this film yet. I will cancel just and make haven't. I haven't seen this film yet. Okay? Number 3. No, I have never gone to Paris. Between brackets, have. If I make a question begins with have or has, I can use ever. So cancel no, cancel ever. Say, have you ever gone to Paris? Number 4, they haven't ridden an elephant before. I want never. If you wanted to use never, cancel not, because never doesn't love not. Cancel before. And you can say, they have never ridden an elephant. Number 5. He played tennis with his friends. I want just. Just comes between have or has and PP, so it's very easy one. He takes has, he has just Play tennis with his friends. The last one, already. The farmer planted the farm. I want already. Already equal just comes in the sentence between have or has and be. So the farmer has already planted the farm. Let's say the answers of the questions again. Number 1, write with me, please. They have cooked a meal. Number 2, I haven't seen this film yet. 3, have you ever gone to Paris? 4, they have never ridden an elephant. 5, he had just played tennis with his friends. 6, the farmer had already planted the farm. Now, please open your book, your language book. Let's read our first page in our unit 13, Hurricane Harry, a newspaper report. Superstorm strikes. Mr. Brown's home with its roof missing. People knew Hurricane Harry was coming. They put boards on their windows and put everything away. Yesterday, Hurricane Harry struck the island. It was very violent. The storm arrived at 4 o'clock in the morning, when most people were asleep. Howling winds and rain hit the coastline first, and then traveled island towards town. The hurricane damaged houses and buildings all over the island. Mr. Brown was asleep with his family. When the hurricane hit his house, the wind ripped the roof of his house and blew it onto his new car. Mr. Brown said, I was sleeping in bed and I heard a loud noise. I looked up and saw that my roof was missing. The hurricane blew the roof and Mr. Brown's car to the beach. The Brown family left their home and went to the school to sleep. Mr. Brown said it was very uncomfortable in the school gym. He also said that his family was pleased to sleep in the building with a roof. The strong wind caused large waves in the sea. Many boats sank. The wind blew some boats, including Mr. Brown's fishing boat, onto the beach. The gigantic waves smashed his boat and threw it onto the road. Mr. Brown's neighbor, Mrs. Downing, said her husband tried to save his boat, but the wind picked it up and smashed it on the rock. The main road is now closed. Have you ever seen such a devastation? Mrs. Downing asked our reporter. Now we have finished our first part, and inshallah we will meet in the next part. Goodbye.